Hello, hello. How are we all doing this weekend? I can do this now. I can wave hello. My mic seems extra loud today. I'm not sure why, but if I do seem a bit loud, let me know. I'll turn it down a bit. I didn't change anything, but I just sound in my head extra boomy today, so do let me know if that becomes a problem. But hello, I see a live Lofi our bestie. I don't know how to say as well, but love y'all too. But I hope we're all doing well this weekend. I am sorry that stream is so late today. Basically one of our big main shops for like plants and hardware and paint and all that shit. Like if you don't know Homebase, it's Homebase basically. I don't know how else to explain it. It's got everything. And apparently they've gone into administration, so they're closing down a bunch of stores, including our local one. So apparently today was the day that we had to go and have a look at everything. So I have spent the last like hour or so scouring like all sorts of things. I have myself a bunch of new stuff. So I've got some plastic caddies coming, which I'm going to order because they didn't have the right size, but we had a look and they were pretty good. So I'm actually going to be able to start organizing my shit. You know, like my old desk that before I swapped to this really good one that we have here. My old desk had so much shit in it. It was ridiculous. And I need somewhere to put it now because I don't have any drawers. So I'm going to buy some of those and put some stuff down. I bought about 20 or 30 quid's worth of seeds, so I have my starter set ready for February. That's only about half to 2/3 of what I actually want though, so I've still got some more stuff to buy. But we also come away with some new plants. So we have a new tree friend in the garden. They are I think it's called a carré rouge, and I thought it sounded like Moulin Rouge, so I've called them Satine. And I love them already. They're so cute. They are going to have, apparently in the spring and the summer, the leaves are going to go bright red. And I'm excited for that because, don't get me wrong, I love green. Green is my favorite color. I love having greenery around me, but having some other pops of color is going to be really nice. So having some red plants, something that's going to just have a bit of color in the room, is going to be really nice. And I also bought myself a couple of little indoor plants, which I can kind of show you. I'm not brave enough today to put my face on camera, but I can kind of maybe tilt it up a little bit to show you some new plants that we have. I'm wondering whether or not some of my mic filters might have changed themselves, so I'm trying to speak a little bit more kind of gentle today, but it does seem excessive today. Maybe I bumped my gain. Let me turn that down a little bit. Maybe I'll just mess with that a little. But let me go see if I can go and get one of my plants, see if I can get it on camera, just so you can see them. So first of all, let's move this out of the way so you can actually look at me. I can show you stuff now. See, can I get you on camera? Yes, I can. Hooray! So this is our first little guy. This is some kind of citrus something. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It has these little green fruits, which if I can turn it here, you can kind of see them there in the camera. And they're either going to be limes or lemons, I think, because I believe lemons start off green. But it just says citrus collection on it. It doesn't actually say on here what it is. So I'm hoping I have a little lemon tree. That would be nice. If it's oranges, I am going to be giving them to my sister and my neighbors because I don't really like oranges. But so there's this guy. I was tempted to call it fig just as a joke because it's clearly not a fig, it's citrus. But I don't know, I thought fig was quite a cute little name for it. So this is one guy we've already got 2, maybe 3 little fruits coming up on it. So if I can keep this with some good light and good watering, maybe we'll have some little lemons coming up soon, and I'll definitely keep you up with the progress if anyone's curious. So that's our first little guy we've got. And I see a friend in chat. I see May. Happy time zone. How are you doing? It's like earlier clock for you, right? So hope you've been having a good morning so far. just need to clean my side down because I've got this really nice desk mat, but now I've got soil all over it. So, and then if I can get it from over here, hopefully. Oh God, you're gonna see my face while I lean across. It's fine. Hello. Try not to knock everything over. Let me have this beauty right here. I'm excited for this one. So I have wanted a Dracaena for ages, or is it a Dracaena or a Dracaena? What are you? It just says foliage collection. Where's the label? A Dracaena. Dracaena? Part of the dragon series. I don't know, but it is so pretty. Look at this thing. It's like got all the different color leaves on it and everything. So it's like the green stripe down the middle with a lighter green around it, and some slight like almost white kind of leaf, just like white stripes to the middle of it. It's so good. It's quite big. Like, hello. It's massive. But I love it. So it's now sitting behind my computer, and I'm excited because we have, like, I love my plants. Nemu is getting so tall, it's ridiculous, but I need to check her roots because where I've had like the little millipedes in it, they're like literally like tiny little things. She wobbles now and she's not supposed to, so I'm worried that the root system has been damaged. So I'm gonna have to take her out and maybe replant her. So hopefully she's fine. But yeah, those are our new little friends. So I haven't named this one yet. If anyone has ideas for names, let me see. Have I got my camera the right way around? You can read the name. That's what that is. It's a Dracaena Dragon series, whatever it is. It's very pretty. I love it. I've wanted one for ages. So now I have one. And I'm excited. I now have soil all over my bloody table. Look at this mess. Like, it's everywhere. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I'm going to have to just clean this off. Oh, God, I shouldn't have done that because now I've got like a soil line that I don't think is going to get clean off of this thing now. Damn it. Oh, well. I'll just clean it later. I'll have to figure it out. If anybody has any advice for cleaning desk mats, by the way, I have no idea what material this is, but it definitely needs cleaning. It's got some marks all over it now, so great. It's fine, but I wanted to show you my stuff, so hello, Desai. I see you. How are you doing today? It's a pretty leaf. Oh, it's so pretty. And then, yeah, so this guy with the little fruits on it, I'm excited for that one. Hopefully I'm going to get some lemons. If, as I say, the oranges, I'm going to be really upset, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You wash yours with a light dish soap in the bathtub and hang to dry. Ooh. I might have to consider that because okay, this is going to sound really bad, but this is actually my second mat because I spilled coffee on the first one and I've tried to clean it off with like using like a vanish kind of spray stuff. And it was a foam spray and it was great. It got rid of the coffee stain, but then it left a stain of its own. There's like a little circle like where I'd obviously like spilled my coffee and I'm like, oh. So my mum, bless her, she's like, I'll just buy you another one. It's fine. Your dad can have the other one with the mark on it. So I was like, okay, all right, well, now we can both have Parries. But unfortunately, I now put dirt marks all over this. So I don't know what to do about that. I'll have to just, as you say, just try with a little bit of dish soap. Just try to clean it down. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, so other than that, it's been a pretty chill weekend, I suppose. Um, I've not been in the best headspace, I'm gonna be honest. Like the last couple of days haven't been great. I haven't slept very well. My dreams have been fucking weird, but it's been better today. Like I know I've been out and about and it's slightly raining and I'm late for stream, but it's fine. Like we're in a better mood. I have a good cup of tea. I don't know if I can show you it properly. It won't probably won't be able to pick up the color, but I have a cup of huckleberry ham today. So it's literally just white tea, blueberries, and a natural vegan cream flavoring. It is so good. And it has kind of almost purplish color to it from the blueberries. It's so pretty. You're terrible at spilling food on yours. Same. Usually, if I'm like on the rare occasions I do eat food in my room, I tend to take the whole thing off and just have it straight on my desk. But I didn't think of moving it right now, so now I've got like right here and a little bit over here. I've got like some soil marks now, just damp soil, but it's fine. Spoils of war. Spoils of war, that's not the right word I wanted. I meant to say it's spoiled, but I don't know. Words are hard today, which doesn't bode well for this being a riding stream, but it's fine. We're gonna be okay. We have some Spirit City Lo-Fi for today. I've set it up with some like Christmas themed stuff, so it's like hopefully gonna look a little bit like I'm a bit of a bar humbug when it comes to Christmas. I wish I liked it more, but it's really not one of my favorite holidays. I don't have the best memories of Christmases, so I'm trying to be a little bit more like in the spirit of it, you know, just try and enjoy it a little bit more. So I've set up some stuff in my Spirit City Lo-Fi room to kind of be a little bit like a little bit of something, you know, just so it looks like there's a little bit extra going on. Try and get into the vibe. So I do have a little bit of an extra command for today. It's nothing special, but !book. If anybody's wondering the plan that I'm working on for today or for throughout December, that's what that's going to be for. And if anybody doesn't know, I have basically dubbed this Damned Book December, which is essentially like NaNoWriMo or not NaNoWriMo. I only said December because I didn't do anything in November. I'm still busy doing everything else. Because obviously I had my Creeptober affiliate push in October, and then November hit and I reached affiliate, so I've spent November like sorting out all of my affiliate stuff, like getting my new scenes going and everything. So it's been busy as hell. So just haven't had the time, and now I'm like, I need to stop putting it off. I haven't written anything for this book since November last year. So I need to do something. Like, I haven't actually started writing the book yet because I haven't finished planning the bloody book yet. You know, I've planned the beginning and I know how it's going to end, but everything else in the middle I need to kind of figure out. So that's largely what December's going to be for, is me figuring out what I need to do, where I want to go, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the ending that I want. But what we do have is this shiny notebook. It's got, if I can get to the right page, it's got some extra stuff that I started with last year. So the plot outlines. So I started with things like the elevator pitch, which is like, it says who, what, where, when, and why in one sentence. It was one sentence technically, but that one sentence was like a paragraph long. So not great, but and then you go down to 3 sentences, one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. And then that then goes from 3 sentences to 3 paragraphs, which I have. And that's quite a lot. That goes all the way to here. And then what I'm stuck on now is the scene forming side. So this is kind of a method I read somewhere where it's like, you start off with a single sentence to describe the whole book. You then make a sentence for each beginning, middle, and end, a paragraph then, and then you go up to basically form the scene. It's sort of like to help you if you don't really know where you're going and want, like, what direction you want. It's to kind of build up slowly in chunks. So I have the beginning stuff. Literally all of this is now beginning. It's just pages and pages of stuff with Peter. Then I went to Dr. Beckman and I kind of got stuck. You probably can't see it because it's in pencil, but I drew a picture of the spire. So starting to get like some of Beckman's stuff. And then I got to here and I got stuck because basically I need to try and figure out how much of Beckman's side I want to see. Here's our antagonist. And obviously it's going to be important to kind of see where he comes from and what it is that he's doing. But in this case, now I need to try and figure out how much I want to show without giving away the plot at the end. Does that make sense? I like that idea. It teaches outlining too. Yeah, it's been really good actually, because I was kind of like, I didn't really realize how little I had as a plan. I just knew it was like, honestly, I'm going to be real with you. It began as a dream. I had a dream where there was an entire new race of people created called Ente Rukons. And I don't know where the name came from, but in my head it was based off of Peter Pan. And they find a bunker of literature, which is like, this is basically, the book's going to be set like 500 years or something after our current timeline. So Ronald Dump, or whatever we want to call him, decides to press the red button and goes nuclear. Everything gets fucked up. The world ends up getting into a position that's like basically has to rebuild itself. And I'm kind of like loosely basing some stuff on what we have now and some stuff that's kind of fantasy based. So the way I'm kind of seeing it is right now, present day, as we are, like as you and I here streaming, there are in this world elves and dwarves and mermaids and all those kind of creatures, but they're just, because humans are so prevalent, they try and just kind of take a back seat, and they don't want to be seen, so they kind of live a little bit more of a quiet life. Like the folklore stories that we hear, they exist right now. They're not just folklore, it's not mythology, it's not just fiction stories, they're real. But because humankind is the way that we are, they kind of live a bit more quietly, so we don't necessarily know about them. After this fallout, humankind almost goes completely extinct. There's a few little groups left, and from their little groups, they manage to build up a little bit. But all of the other kind of races, like your fantasy races, your typical things, you get your halflings, you know, they all suddenly go, we actually have the space to breathe and be now. Maybe it's our time to kind of come back and show humans that there are other ways to do things, other ways to live, and they end up thriving. So this 500 years after all of this shit is where we are, and essentially the book is about Project Neverland. So it's a project started by a purely human doctor who is a scientist. They find this bunker of literature which is from our current present day. So a bunch of like classic literature where a bunch of humans went, the world is going to go to shit within the next 20 years. And they started collating a bunch of different bits of text, things from history, biographies, fiction, stories, the Bible, you know, things that they think will be important, things that then 500 years down the line get misconstrued. For example, Peter Pan. They think that that's a story of a real human hybrid creature, like a human fae hybrid. And that's where Project Neverland comes in. The scientist takes that and tries to make a new race to essentially what he's trying to do is he's trying to help humans be better. And he has good intentions, but obviously he doesn't get a plan, because that's what happens when you mix science and magic for, you know, means outside of what we're supposed to be there for. He just wants humans to be better, and he thinks that fae blood and fae DNA is going to be able to help. So that's where we come into here. Peter is one of those hybrids, and we kind of see his journey as he goes sort of throughout Eternum, figuring out everything. Like, he just wants to be free, he just wants to travel, he doesn't understand what he is and the fact that he's essentially a created race. So for him, he just wants to be free, he just wants to travel. So he and Alex go for a trip across Eternum, and he just wants to see the world. He just doesn't realise that the world of Eternum is one small chunk of the entire world. And the story is basically seeing Beckman, who is the grandson of the guy who began the project. We see his side as he's running the project, and then we see Peter's side as he figures out everything that's going on. And then it all kind of comes to a head, and that's kind of like the main idea I have. Now how I actually get to that ending, like explain their story, that's what all of this is about. So I don't really know how I'm going to get there, but I know we're at the point now where I have a council, like a set of council members. Some people who are like some of my friends in real life have like helped me. You might recognize, if there's anyone in this chat right now, might recognize the conversations, trying to come up with some of the names of the council members. Some of them are for the project, some of them are against it. And I got so stuck on the council stuff last year that I just stopped. And I didn't really know where I was going. Like, what am I doing with this council? How much of Beckman's research do I want to show? And basically, because I just got so stuck, I didn't know where to go. So I'm hoping by kind of hanging out, doing some stuff together, just writing, even if it's just rubbish and I end up getting rid of it later. As long as I can just get something. That's the thing. Like, just having something down. Like, I know free writing is quite a big thing of just go. Just set a timer and just go. It doesn't matter if it's rubbish. You just write. So I'm kind of hoping that's what I can do with this Damn Book December, is just get back into a flow, try and figure out how much of Beckman's side I want to show, and build on that, because Peter's story to me is very clear. I know who he's going to meet, where he's going to go, I know what he's going to discover, how he's going to find out about it. But Beckman, I don't really know what I want to show with him. So I think that's what I need to spend December doing. I can easily sit there and write all of Peter's stuff, but we need to see some of the antagonist side as well to understand where it's coming from and what Peter's fighting against essentially by the end of it. So hopefully this lovely blank page here is going to start on a journey of new information, and I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also kind of stressed. You know how it is. If you're a writer, you understand it as well. Just the fear of the blank page is real. Oh, let's have some tea. I can see actually right there. I saw my mic. If you heard that rumbling, I think it's removed my filters. Let me just check something. Interesting. It doesn't look different, but it definitely is acting like I don't have anything on. I wonder if it's trying to use my... No, because it's definitely the audio is coming through my microphone, not my webcam, but it's acting like I don't have any filters on, which is really weird. Like, I just heard the rumble then of just my computer is on my desk. Hopefully it's not too bad. I will be muting while we're doing the work, so that's not a problem for then. But if that persists into other streams, that's going to be a problem. So hopefully we're going to be fine. But I'm like trying not to sit like with my mouth around my microphone right now, because I can tell I'm louder than usual. Food and drink acquired. Nice. I'm going to be nosy and ask what you grabbed. I'm really liking this tea. I didn't add anything extra to this. It's just the... So it's white tea, blueberry, and vanilla... Not vanilla, cream flavoring is vegan. That's where I'm getting the V from. Vegan cream flavoring. And it's great. It's so tasty. You sound fine to me. I'm glad. I can see it peaking almost to the red, so I'm speaking really quietly right now. I'm usually like a bit closer like this, and this is almost like ASMR level, and I'm like, this is not correct. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, and I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to be. I'm usually louder than this when I'm this close to the mic, but it's fine. I'll just lean back. It's okay. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the game screen, and we're going to load up Spirit City Lo-Fi. So let's pause up on Spotify for right now. Let's get up Steam. I do have Lurkbait running if anybody wants to do some fishing. I figured why not have that going today, like we're not doing anything else, we might as well do some fishing. We're actually further through the decks than I thought we would be on the fishing. I checked it the other day and I was like, oh, it's going to take us months to complete it. I think we're like 2/3 of the way through the decks already. It's wild. So we are in this. I'm loving my loft. I changed a bunch of the furniture around the other day. I'm pretty sure I'm almost out of... Oh, actually, no, I have a little bit of money. Not a lot, but I think I have about enough of the stuff that I wanted to buy right now. Like, maybe I want a new rug or something, but I think otherwise I'm kind of loving the vibe of my Spirit City right now. Like, let's grab up my character. That's not the right page. It's this one, isn't it? Activity, desk. We're going to go into writing. Apparently, we're going to be luring a spirit. That's fine. I'm up for that. We have our little candy cane Gloopy. He's so cute. I love this guy. And then I'm trying not to be a bit of a bar humbug. And my clothing, I've gone for like a little knitted Santa hat. And then we got some like kind of Christmassy, but also still kind of cozy and still my vibe kind of clothing. So got the greens and the browns, very much still my autumn colors, but it's kind of Christmassy. You know, we got some like, what was that, holly? I don't actually remember if that's what it's called, but we have some little holly, some snowflakes on the trousers. This is about as Christmassy as I get, but I've done some stuff around the desk. You see, like up here, we've got some decorations. I even put some lights up. If we go back to the full view, I put some lights in the room and I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm so down for it. And I've changed up a couple of the other spirits as well. So as we kind of do some more of these streams and stuff throughout December, we might see a couple of different ones. But today I figured it would be really nice to just have our little goopy friend. Let's see, do we want to sit right up close to the desk? Oh yeah, that would be good. I like that vibe. Right, let's move this out of the way. I have this Spotify mini player open and it's sitting right over this toggle button. So this is kind of going to be the vibe we're going to go for. I kind of do like what we have going on right now. A little bit of the fireplace, a little bit of the snowstorm. Blizzard sounds are so comforting to me. Although I might turn the fireplace down just a little bit. And I think this is going to be a good vibe. We're gonna roll with this. And I don't have any particular like to-do list set up. Because my to-do list is just right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set us up with some 30-minute sessions, 5-minute breaks. And I reckon, let's do 3 of them to start with. I reckon it's going to be plenty of time to get some stuff done. It's already 2:30. So that will take us to about 4 o'clock, roughly, for my time, that is. About an hour and a half worth of work. Now let's see, can I see where's my ad manager? Is that something I can see? I want to know when the next set of ads are coming, so it's not like becoming a problem for us. Like, I want to make sure that it's not going to show up in the middle of a thing. I've never actually looked at the ad manager on here, so I don't know where to find it. It's fine. Well, we've been live for 36 minutes. If I see it pop up and we're almost at our break, I will snooze it. But it should hopefully be okay. So let's see, we've got... Yeah, I think that's good. We've got our sounds going, we've got the music, the timer's ready. So, right, I'm going to mute myself up. I'm going to have a little bit more of my tea, and then we're going to go. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually get something out today. Let me just make sure I've got my pen. I think I've hidden it under my... something. Yeah, there it is. Whoopsie days. I just pressed a button, and now I'm in full screen. There we go. I'm sorry if that affected stream for you. I accidentally just pressed F11, and it just full screened the game. But here we are. You can't remember much about those, but you know, Life's got a really good setup for ads. I'll have to maybe just have a conversation after stream about how to see it, because I know when I get the 5-minute warning come up, I see that, but I don't know if there's a way to... Hello? Oh god, that scared me.
To me.
Oh, yeah.
A very happy birthday.
To you.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, me?
That's all, congratulations.
Thank you, May, for the Prime sub. Heckin' appreciate you. A very happy birthday. The first birthday for you. I heckin' appreciate you. I know you know you don't ever have to use your primes or your subs or your money on me, and the fact that you've used it here makes me really fucking happy. Like, I appreciate you. It's so good to know that people are actually wanting to use their shit on me. Look, I'm actually good at what I do, kind of. I have the best friends. Alright, sappiness aside, I have my pen. We're gonna see what we can do. The only reason I'm writing in a book, I'm going to say this really quickly before we get started, because I know nobody probably cares, but I think it's interesting to find out how people like to write. I find if I'm writing something for the first time, I like to write it down first, because if I do it typing, my hands move so quickly, my brain can't like keep flowing. But if I'm writing, I'm like, by the time I've written the word down, my brain's had a chance to think of the next couple of words, and I flow much better. So that's why we're in the book today. We are hopefully going to get some good stuff down. Like, if I'm sitting here doing absolutely nothing for the next 10 minutes, no, I'm trying, but it's been a year, so I might have to do some thinking before I start. Anyway, thank you again for the Prime sub, May. Heck, I appreciate you. We're going to start 30-minute session right now. I'm going to mute up, and as I say, if I see any ads coming up, if we're close to ending a session, I will what's the word for it, I'll snooze them. But if it's like we have another 10 minutes or something, I'll just let you know they're coming, and then we'll go for a normal break afterwards. But yes, good luck everyone. If you've got some work to do, feel free to let us know in the chat what you're working on, and I will speak to you in about 30 minutes. What a perfect time to get a new companion. We have got a new spirit friend that just popped up. I knew when we started this session that we were luring in a spirit. I didn't realize it was going to be so fucking cute. It's called Inkster. When an author finishes their 1000th story, it is said that an inkster comes into existence. Inksters are mischievous tricksters by nature, loving a good prank. Splotches, typos, and missing punctuation are an inkster's favourite tricks to play on unsuspecting authors, but not to worry. The changes always revert back, so the damage is never permanent. It is rumoured that a companion inkster can help ease writer's block. I wish that were true. I don't think it's helped me write a single thing. I keep getting distracted by its adorable smile. It is so true. Oh my god, it is so cute. Oh, look at these colors. So we have pink. We have this glorious green. Oh, we've got this one. Oh, it's got to be this. It's not exactly Christmassy, but we have to use a new companion, right? Nice. I'm actually going to set myself a to-do list just so I can get my daily task of a daily timer and a daily task. Let's go to Damn Book December. You can't see it's behind my camera right now, but it's fine. All I'm going to do is just do a writing session. One good writing session. And then I reckon at the end of stream today we can take that off so we can get at least get our dailies done. Oh my god, I love the way it's writing. Look at it, it's so cute. You got some good words in that round. Awesome. Obviously, I can't tell with me how much it's actually been because I'm writing it by hand, but I've got 2 pages worth and a little bit. I decided what I would do is, because so far in the first third of the book, like basically the entire beginning setup section, we've only spent 1 scene with Beckman, and I was really worried that I was like, that's not going to be enough. I need to see them more. So I've written about 1.5 pages for like Beckman. Like after the council meeting, he goes off and we see him in his office for a little bit looking at some stuff. And I've decided to include a scene with some of the council members because I've got so many different like council members and I want to spend some time with some of them. Like some of them are clearly against the whole project. Some of them don't mind the project, but they're like against like certain things they're doing. So I've decided to have a few of them get together at a tavern. And I don't know why, but Elijah Anderson, he has my whole heart. If anybody knows Apex, for some reason I've attributed Fuse's energy to Elijah. He's a little halfling and he's so fucking funny. I love him. I want to protect him with everything I have. And he's there with my Raz the dwarf just drinking the worst possible beer and saying, it tastes like piss. And then they drink it happily anyway. And Fig, who's my amethyst dragonborn, they're just like, whoa, I'm just fascinated with everything, just curious constantly. So it's really funny having these 3 characters and then 2 of them where Leonore is a tabaxi who is like, definitely like she's a little bit more high class compared to the others. She thinks it's weird that they're doing this. And then Horea is our Zizem, who is basically just pissed off with the whole council situation. And they've just done like a proper mic drop moment. And I'm like, okay, that would be good. So we can kind of have some fun, meet some of the characters, get an idea of what they're like. And now we're going to go back into some like actually addressing some shit. I'm really excited by this. This is going fun so far. Game of Tomes counts handwriting as 300 per page. Some great words. Ooh. Well, in that case, we're 600 going on 700-ish. I'll absolutely take that. Amethyst dragons. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So Fig is our non-binary amethyst dragonborn, and she literally, well, I literally just said they. Sorry, my brain is everywhere. There's so many different characters in my head, but in my brain, they are just super curious and all they want is knowledge. So every time someone does something in front of her and like, oh, them. I'm so sorry. I'm getting it right, writing it down, but I'm also trying to picture that I've got Leonor in the room as well. So Leonor is she, her. Horea is Zizem, and then you've got Japmin and Elijah who are he, him. And I keep fucking it up. Like, I'll get it right writing it down, but I'm just messed up. But Fig just loves information. So right now I'm like trying to figure out how they're going to react to everything going on in this situation. I think they're going to be one of my favorite characters. They're almost like drag queen energy. I'm here for it. That being said, the 30 minutes has started again, so I'm going to go back into mute mode. And yeah, good luck with the next session. And we'll check in again in about 30 minutes. You're late for tea, friends. Apparently. Hello, Wade. How are we all doing? Wake and Wade, how are we all? We are just in the middle of a writing session. We're gonna try and get some book stuff done in December, but I hope everybody's having a good time. This is probably a slightly different vibe to what you were doing. I imagine it's probably either Apex or was it God of War you're also playing right now? What were you up to? Apex Legends are nice. How are games today? Look how many good people are in this chat. Look at everybody. We've got Zeri, we have Mia, we have Leon, we have Nuts, we also have a life. You've done your duties. You absolutely have. Thank you so much. Did you do a shout out? There's so much going on. You did. Thank you so much for the shout out. Thank you for the raid. I actually have a thing for this. I haven't used this yet. I'm going to pause the timer quickly on the work just so we can come back to it. We can come over here and actually you can put Spotify on because I don't think you have game music on the screen. Thank you everyone for coming over. I hope you've all had a good time over with Way. If you don't know who Way is, even though I know most of you have probably come from there, if there's anybody hanging out in our chat who doesn't know Way, they are a chaotic Welsh streamer, does a lot of stuff like Apex and God of War and all those good kind of games. I don't know if you're doing any Cyberpunk recently. I know you were playing that at one point, but lots of good energy. Love being over there. I was going to be lurking you earlier on, but I had so much going on my computer it started lagging, so I'm like, some things had to go, so unfortunately I couldn't keep the stream up. Ragnarok and Apex today. Ooh. I hope the games in Apex were better today for you because I was playing some last night. Just literally all I wanted to do was get some weeklies done. I was so close to getting like SMG damage and knocks and stuff. I was like, I'm just gonna smash it out. Mixtape was fucking bad yesterday. Like, it was always me being paired with people that like were just bots or doing nothing. It was like 0 kills, 0 damage, and then there's me with like 2,000 damage and 7 kills. And like, nobody else on my team was doing anything, and I was getting put up against like pros and sweats. It was wild. Like, I think my best deathmatch game was the last one I played, and we only just did well, but most of them are like 16 to 40. It was so bad yesterday, so I hope they were better for you today. How goes the writing? It's going okay, actually. I don't actually have a cam on this screen, but I can show you kind of how I've been going today. But as for anybody who's new here, let me actually do the proper raid stuff. Like, hi, hello, I'm Mad or Maddie. I go by any pronouns because I am a non-binary bish. I am bi, I'm British, and we have a nice chill time over here. We do, usually when we're streaming, we do our Hello Wednesday streams where we do all kinds of different horror games. And then we have our Sleepy Sundays, which are chill, cozy games and co-working like we're doing today. So I've begun something that I'm dubbing Damned Book December because I didn't do any kind of nano or any sort of writing in November. I was just way too busy with everything else going on, having got an affiliate, everything. There was just so much was going on. So I need to get this book written, this damn book, which I've been planning for like 7 years now. I still have not written. So we're doing some planning today and getting stuff done. So if you pop over to the game screen here, we've got ourselves on Spirit City Lofi. It is a little, there we go, a little glitchy while I sort the music out. And we've got kind of a little bit of a Christmassy theme going on, like not hugely, but I'm a bit of a bar humbug, so I don't always decorate too much for Christmas. But we've got some lights up, we've got a couple of cute little things, got a little Santa hat, you know, just trying to get into the vibe. And we have hand cam today, so I can wave. Hello! I'm not brave enough to have my face on camera, but you can actually see my book. So this is what we've done today. We've done these 2 pages and a little bit of this. Basically what I'm trying to do, if we do exclamation mark book in the chat, because I made this very quickly. So I am basically, I've had this idea for a really long time and I've never actually made the plan for it. So before I start writing, I need to actually know what I'm doing in it. So Damned Book December is me basically trying to make the plan for Project Neverland. I know how I want it to end. I know all of Peter's side of the story, who is like our protagonist, I know what he's going to be doing with his life, but the doctor, who is our antagonist, I don't really know much of like what he's up to, how much I want to show. So a lot of today basically has been me trying to figure out his side of stuff. So all I really had so far was basically that he was doing like a council meeting and explained what he was doing. So I needed to kind of expand on that a little bit. And now we have some of the council members that are getting drunk in a pub and talking about how unhappy they are with it all. So I've got, like I was saying actually not too long ago, why you'll probably understand this. And anybody else who watches Apex, I have a little character in here, one of my favorite council members called Elijah Anderson. He is our Australian halfling and he has such fuse energy in my heart. Like, he's such a funny, like, kind of an asshole, but incredibly just sassy, and I don't know, I love him to pieces. So having a lot of fun writing him. And essentially what I want to try and do by the end of December is double my word count, because at the moment my plan is about 10,000 words. Hopefully by the end of December we'll have about 20,000 words. We'll have to see how it goes, but so far today we've written 3 and a little bit pages. I'll restart the timer again in a bit and we can get going on some more work. But according to what May was saying earlier on, Game of Tomes says that they include, like, I think you said it was about 300 words per page when you handwrite, kind of an average. So far we're on about 900 odd words. I will type this up properly at some other point and get a proper word count. But considering I didn't think I was going to be able to write anything this stream, I think I've done pretty well, I think. Like, anybody who writes will understand the blank page fear, where it's just like, oh god, there's nothing there and I need to put something on it and I can't think of anything. So I'm actually surprised I've got something, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm kind of like drafting up a scene right now. I'm trying to decide. I have 10 council members. Some of them I know are against the project. Some of them I know are very for the project. But it's the ones kind of in between that I'm sort of deciding who has what kind of vibe. So at the moment I've got my Rasta dwarf, my Australian halfling, my Spanish kind of like Latina tabaxi, and then I've got my Amethyst Dragonborn Fig and my Fire Genasi Horea. They are all together at the pub right now, and I had this like fun little idea where like the dwarf and the halfling are basically just having the time of their life, drinking bad beer, and Horea is just sitting in the back going, why aren't we talking about this? And just slams the dossier down on the table and is like, we need to talk about this shit. So it's about to get deep into the nitty-gritty, just kind of going into who's against it, who's for it, and just kind of trying to flesh out the council a little bit, because I don't just want them to just kind of flit in and be gone. Like, I want them to have some kind of part in this novel. So right now we're just kind of fleshing out a few of the characters. Amethyst Dragonborn? Yes. So when I was doing my research for stuff, I found like some crystal dragons and I thought they were so cool. So I found an amethyst dragon, which in my mind is kind of like, they're like a really, really curious character. They love intelligence, they love knowledge. So they're kind of, my idea of this is they're really into it, like into the project for the knowledge, but they're also kind of not acknowledging the other side of what's going on in the project. So I want to kind of see how they go throughout the whole thing. But in my brain, they're like this really, really fun, like non-binary, like almost drag queen energy style, like super sassy and like in love with everything kind of character. Having a lot of fun with them. Oh, that said, I'm actually going to start the timer up again now. We are almost halfway through. I think we've probably done about 10 minutes. So we've got about 20 minutes of this timer left. And then we'll have a 5-minute break where I'm going to go and like grab some water and stuff. But if anybody's working on anything right now and wants to just let us know what you're doing, just feel free to pop it in chat. We're just going to kind of chill, do some work today. I know May's doing some work with me today as well. So we're going to start up the timer again. I'm going to mute for the next 20 minutes. So if you've got any work you want to get done, just have fun today. We've got some chill vibes with Spirit City. And yeah, hopefully it's Hopefully it's good vibes. Yes, I will be back with you in about 20 minutes time. Do I see a pick my poison redeem? You are the first one to redeem that. Let's see, number 5. Oh god, which one was number 5? Was that the Dutch tea? Because you said, of course, as your comment. That's got to be the Dutch orange tea, right? Let's see, can I even see that on here? Where is it? It's this one. Let me just confirm. Yeah, 5. Dutch orange. Ooh. Nice. So I've got about 5 minutes left on this timer. So what I'll do is when we go to the next break, I will pop the kettle on, make ourselves a cup, and yeah, we'll have that afterwards. I'm kind of excited about that, actually. I'm not gonna lie, because I almost made one before stream and I decided not to because I knew it was a redeem. So it was a good choice. You doing alright? Just chilling. Awesome. Yeah, we're almost at the end of this little session, but I'll have a quick catch up now because by the time I go and make that tea and run to the bathroom, we're gonna have to get straight back to work when we get back. So while it's paused, I also see a J. Hello. I saw something about a cup being empty. True. I have sadly run out of tea. I had the Huckleberry Hound today, which is just like white tea with blueberry and vegan cream flavoring, and it was so good, but that means I went through it really quickly, so I'm now out. You got a new peppermint tea. It's brave and went to the new tea shop for it. Ooh. I wish I liked mint in tea. I'm not a massive fan of it, but heckin', let's go for going out to the new tea shop for it. Like, sometimes it's better to be able to go out and get it in person. Just when you get those really fancy tea shops that like have like the glass mason jars with like all the different blends. Oh, I love it so much. Always smells really good in them. Enjoy the tea. You're being killed often today, so great games. I'm so glad I know you're talking about Apex or another game similar and not just like real life. Being killed a lot. Oh, but yeah, I'm working through it. Like I'm having a little bit of a heated discussion in this right now where Horea is pretty pissed about everything, and bless them, they're kind of like, oh, they're not having a good time and don't really know how to express it to the rest of the group in any way other than anger, and then trying to kind of calm them down. This is so the vibe I need right now. My face is the pillow. Your face is the pillow. How comfy it feels here. Words are hard today, but I think I know what you're trying to say. Oh, but yeah, we have about 5 minutes of the timer left, so we're gonna pop that back on. I'm gonna need to run to the bathroom after this, but like I'm gonna set the kettle going, get the tea brewing, and run to the bathroom. Hopefully I can be back within the 5-minute timer, and then we can get back into another work session. The one behind the timer. Oh, this little guy, this little ghosty. I love this chair. Let me just quickly go to... Oh god, where is it? How do I do this again? So, anyone who doesn't know, this is the vibe of my room, and I'm very much loving this vibe. But I'm like, as much as I'm trying to Christmas up some of the areas, I still have the Halloween, like Halloween's in my heart still. So I love these little ghosty and pumpkin pillows. So I think they're going to stay even through Christmas. But what we do have, if anyone didn't see, let's go back to the desk. We got a new spirit. There's this little ink pot, and they're so cute. And they're like, look at them, they're writing with us. I wonder what story they're writing. Oh, right. Anyway, okay. I need to stop putting it off and start writing more of this argument. So like I'm so bad. I know I should be plotting more like general points, but sometimes when I get into a flow of a specific scene, I'm like, I'm gonna write this scene now, because if I'm into it now, that's something I'm gonna want to keep as a core, and then maybe I can from them like find some of the things to spur on a later scene. So I'm going to get through this conversation, and it's really going to kind of help me vibe out where, like, because half of the council members are in this room right now. I think they're going to be, like, the half which is, like, more against it. Although Fig's there, and Fig really wants this, like, research to go through just because they love research. So for them, it's, like, really hard because they're stuck between, like, not wanting people to be upset and also wanting the information. So they're like, I don't know what to do. friends and I like you guys, but I also want the information. So it's kind of fun writing these characters out. Oh, anyway, right, let's restart the timer. We've got about 5 minutes left, and then I'll go and do that pick my poison, redeem, and go make a Dutch orange. I'm looking forward to that one. They're very tasty. Sorry, I said this so silently. The mic didn't pick it up. Let's try that again. The ads are starting in about a minute's time, so I'm gonna leave the timer paused so we can get one good work session out after the ads. But I think we've done some good work today. I don't know about you guys. I have managed to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 pages worth of stuff done today. And while it's only been like 2 specific scenes, I really I feel like it's helped me kind of get an idea of who some of these characters are. Like, Horea I knew was kind of going to be a bit of a fiery, angry kind of person, but this is really kind of confirmed where I think they stand on the project, and seeing the way the other characters kind of vibe with them, like, it's coming along organically, which I wanted it to do, so it's good. Yeah, we're gonna have ads for about 3 minutes, and then when we come back, I'll restart the timer. So go and stretch if you haven't already, and go get a drink, and I'll see you back here in a few. For those of you who are subscribed and don't get the ads, we're just gonna kind of sit and chill and chat for a few minutes, just have a little bit of a break, see how everyone's doing. I am back with tea. So if you are still around life, and if you're curious, I'm surprised I like this as much as I do. Like, pleasantly surprised, because as you know, like we've discussed it before, orange is a little bit of a, what's the word I want to use here? I don't have the best history with orange. I will spare you the details, but an unfortunate incident happened, and basically I haven't been able to even smell an orange after that without feeling sick. So I'm really surprised actually that having... Actually, I've just said that the ads were starting. Are the ads actually ending? No, there it is. Now it started. That took a while for it to kick in for some reason. For a moment I thought it was like just ending, but no, they have just begun. So yeah, so that means I haven't really been able to have orange over the last like 10, 15 years of my life properly without like feeling blech. But this tea, it's a Dutch orange, and it does taste like orange. It's not like it's like some kind of like, you know, you can get like the fake banana, like foam banana sweets kind of like flavor that tastes nothing like what if you had like a fresh banana. It's not like that. It actually just tastes like actual orange, which I was really surprised by. But putting it with like, it's like a black tea with orange flavoring in it, and I do it just milk and sugar, the way I just do not a normal black tea, and it's really tasty. It's actually one of my favorites. I've had to try not to drink through the entire box because I don't know if I can get them in England. I'll have to have a look. If I can buy them here, then I will absolutely stock up. If not, I might have to send an order through to YouLife and be like, hey, so I'll transfer you a tenner if you can send me like 5 boxes. You dislike citrus too. For me, it really depends on the way it's done. Like, I like lemon and lime, but like a lemon drink, lemon juice or something, if it's like just pure lemon, it's way too much. But if you mix it in with other things, same with lime, if I'm having just lime, it's kind of not for me. But mixing it into other things like lime in curries is great. Lemon with prawns, courgette and pasta is one of my favorite meals to do. It's actually one of the reasons why I got this little citrus tree that I found at home base today. Like, I always kind of wanted to have a little tree of my own that like did like bore fruit, and I knew that you could get like small trees that were like apartment size, so you can still grow like tree fruit but inside in a small space. So the fact that I've got this now, but it only says citrus on it, so we have no idea what it's actually going to grow. We're hoping it's going to be lemons. Oh, I'm hoping it's going to be lemons anyway. But we have 2 or 3 little fruit on it already, so I'm just going to kind of keep it watered, and I'll let you know the progress. Like, once they're big enough for us to be able to pick them, I will let you know what they are. But yeah, hopefully there'll be something good. But yeah, this tea is really nice. Like, I'd say it's a subtle orange flavor. Like, you can definitely tell it's orange, but it's not like, holy shit, that's orange, you know? Like, it's kind of subtle, and it works really well. Whatever kind of black tea they're using as a base, it works so well with it. And I just adding that little bit of sugar in just kind of really, just that extra sweetness just actually works really well with it. Yum. Right, everybody who's on the ads, you should be back now. You didn't miss anything. We were just talking about tea. I went and made the Dutch orange one on the break, and I was talking about how tasty it is. I want to say the brand is like Pickwick or something. I might be wrong, but it's something similar to that. And I don't know if I can get it in the UK. If I can, I'm gonna buy some. Just have some more. I'm almost halfway through the box already, and it makes me sad. Right, let me move this timer back down. I've realised it's not quite in the right spot. There we are. We can actually see it now. So we have one more 30-minute session to go. I'm about finished with the scene, so I might be at a bit of an impasse. I've got to kind of figure out where to go from here. I think for today I'll stick with Beckman though, because if I try and swap to Peter now and like get his stuff done, it's going to really mess up with my flow. So let's see if we can figure out some more stuff with Beckman, kind of figure out what's going on with his life. Maybe I have him like plan the trip or something, or maybe I'll see some more of his personal life. I don't really know. We might need to explore the spire a little bit more, like have a look through the building so we can kind of world build a little bit, because we're still in like the world building kind of area. Like we've got some idea of what Eternum's like. We've described the outside of the spire and seen some of the inner workings, but I think what I might want to do is maybe just explore the grounds a little bit more with him, like send him around so we can get more of an idea of the world, and maybe just kind of figure out the inner city. I've not named any of the like cities in Eternum at this point, by the way. Like I might need help with that, so if anybody knows a good like city name generator, like let me know. But yeah, I think we'll be all right. We've done really well today. Let's see, where are we? 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 pages, so let's call that 1,400 words. That is not bad for a day's work. And so even if I really don't get anything else written much for the rest of the day and it's just kind of ideas, I think we've done really well today. This has been so good, just chilling and working. The sun is starting to go down, so by the time we finish this session it is going to be dark in here, so hopefully it's not going to be so dark that you can't see on the camera. But if it does get that bad and it just gets really dark on the camera, I can go put a light on if we need it. But anybody else who is doing some work, let's start the next 30-minute timer. I'm gonna mute, and yeah, let's go. We've got one more session to go and we can do it. Whatever it is that we are all working on, I believe in us. We're doing well today, so let's go. One more set of 30 and I will see you on the other side. Did you really fish up a pineapple? I didn't see it, but I see it in chat. That's so funny. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna admit that last session went a lot better than I thought it would. I was very much stuck on where to go after the tavern meeting. Like, they had their meeting at the council. Some of them have split off to kind of get more of like an insight into what their view actually is on what's going on. Because in the council meeting, you know, when it's like when you're at a meeting at work, even if you don't like what's happening, you're gonna sit there with like, you might be like gritting your teeth, but generally you're not gonna go, this is bullshit, what are you talking about? Because you know you're gonna get fired, you know. So when you're in the meeting, you don't say anything. It's when you go to the work drinks after the meeting when the real feelings come out. So I did that. I had like we're getting drunk at the table and talking about our real, like doing the real talk thing. And I was like, oh, shit, what am I going to do after that? Because, you know, clearly I need to spend more time with Beckman. Like, there's no way that this is going to work if we don't see his research. So I'm like, what am I going to do? But I found a way around it. It's not great. It's only a little bit, but it's a step in the right direction. So I think it's been okay. Let me have a look how much we actually ended with today. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7 and 7.5. Okay. Does anybody want to do the maths? 7.5 times 300. I can't math very well today, but well, I can't math well any day, but 7 times 3 is what? 21? So we're averaging it at about 2,100 words, maybe a little over, maybe a little under, depending on my handwriting. 2250. Ooh, let's go. Oh, let's have a good stretch. Everybody reach out, wiggle your fingers, have a good stretch. Oh, I think my back needs to crack now though. Oh, there goes my neck. I'm glad you didn't hear that because my neck just popped so hard. Oh, well, I think that was a pretty good day. I'm looking forward to doing more of these, actually. You know, I was a little bit nervous before I started today, just being like, what's going to happen if I just don't have anything to say? I'm just going to stare at a book, and you guys are going to be able to see that I'm not writing anything. That's part of having the camera on, is so you guys can kind of watch me and see I am working, like partly accountability, partly, you know, just co-working. If it's not just like you're just looking at my screen character writing, you're actually seeing me work. So I know sometimes like that can be helpful to see somebody doing something to be like, okay, if you're working, I'll work. And I'm surprised how well this went today, but I've had a lot of fun. You got about 1,400. Ooh, look at us go. If anybody else has been working on anything today, like, how's it gone? I hope you're doing all right with it. Like, not too stressed with it all, that today's been a nice chill little session. It is getting so dark now though. Like, I have my curtains open so I can get like natural light. I always find I write better if I've got natural light. But obviously it's winter, so it's like 20 to 5 and it's so dark. Like, luckily you can't really tell here because I've got the light of my screen like on the camera. But the rest of my room is, yeah, it's really, really dark. You got 2 wins. Does that count? That absolutely counts. Knowing how the games have been lately, getting any kind of win is like, I'm so here for it. Sweaty as fuck. Oh, the games, I don't know why they've been sweaty recently. But it's so stupid when you get paired with a team that's not sweaty. Like, don't get me wrong, there are days I go into the game and I'm just like, I want to work hard today. Like, give me some difficult games. But put me with a team that also is like as sweaty as the opponents. But no, I get bots. I get people that just crouch in a corner and do nothing. Like I told you about that Pathfinder the other day that like didn't leave the building, but he didn't come out to shoot either. So it was like doing a gun run and he just hid in the building. So it meant myself and the fuse that was on our team, we kept spawning in the same spot because he wouldn't fucking move. And all of the other teams figured out what was going on and they came to us. So every time we spawned, we had like 3 teams coming straight for us. And I'm like, bro, can you please? Like, I couldn't get in there to like punch him. I was gonna make, mate, what are you doing? So hopefully they weren't that bad today. So if they have been like that, like a win, I'll absolutely take a win for you any day. You gotta go and make foods. I hope you enjoy some foods. I am probably gonna just have a stretch. I think we might just leave today here. I did start much later than I thought I was going to. Like, obviously, you know, like, as I said at the beginning, we went out to the shop. Weren't expecting to get near as much as we got. But here we are. We got here and we did some work anyway. So, really, really proud of the job we did today. And I think this has been a really good start to Damn Book December. You got 3 massive shots in a row, which won the game. Ooh, hitting massive shots is, like, it's so satisfying anyway. But getting 3 in a row, ugh. I used to be so good with that gun. Nowadays, I don't know why, I just completely lost my ability to use it. It's so bad. I wanted to fish. Oh, I know what I can do actually. I can change lurk bait to be like a seasonal thing now. Because you can change the weather on it. Let me see, where have I left lurk bait? It's over here. Oh, I found a scooter. Nice. I love that for me. Where is this? Change weather. There it is. That should be snow. Gummy worms! Wait, there's got a Halloween symbol next to it, like the little pumpkin. I wonder if that's a special thing they added. The best catch. Can we use the gummy worms as bait? Like, can we use them to catch like gummy fish? Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so cool. The orange mandarin fish. He looks so angry and I'm kind of here for it. You're going in the, it's going to the aquarium. Absolutely. All right, let's see. So before we leave, let's just have a look at some stuff in the spirit decks while we've been doing this, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the spirits left to collect, and 1 more of them is available. Let's see. I've heard of a spirit that loves boba tea. It's a great pick-me-up when my energy gets low from typing all day. So let me think. So that makes it sound like we need to be typing. Do we have a boba tea item? Because I know in this game, if you've set up the right like situations, you can summon certain spirits. But I've never tried using like an item to get one before. Let me have a look. So desk, snack. Are these boba teas here? I've never had one, so I'm like, is this one? I have enough points for one. Let's see if it works. Nope, nothing changed. I don't know. Interesting. We might have to figure that one out later. Let's have another read. When your energy gets low from typing all day, so maybe it needs to be darker. There it is. Nice. We'll have that set up for next time. But now, though, we're going to close down the game. We don't need this open any longer, but now we know how to make it come up next time. So when we next load into the game, we'll be able to summon that one. That'll be nice, a nice bit of fun. Let me grab up my music here. Ooh, what's it gonna be? Oh, it's 2 exclamation marks. It means it's a good one. Another pineapple! Damn, I really want you to have them now. Do you have the tea theme spirit? The teapot? Oh, I love her so much. She makes me think of like Miss Potts or Mrs. Potts from, oh god, which one is it? Um, Beauty and the Beast. Like she's an absolute sweetheart. I think I've got it with like the Christmassy themed, like it's the red with the snowflakes. So she might come out in the next little stream we do together. Didn't want to give it away if I didn't have it. Yep. No, it's totally fair. So I've got most of like the early ones you can get. Well, I say most of, I've got all of the early ones now. So like we've got the hedgehog, the shadow skin, like the black and the red is so cute. Like the little shadow hedgehog is my favorite. The teapot, and I've got a couple of other like the ones you get through like slightly more specific circumstances. Like I'm not sure, like it seems like it's getting super specific now towards the end, like boba tea at the end of the night while typing. So I'm interested to see what else comes out. I definitely need to use it more though because I spent a lot of money on decorations, so I don't have a lot of tokens left to buy any of like customizations, but I've got some like cute skins for some of my creatures, so I'm happy about that. A wax one and a fox. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. I do love the little trash nookie. By the way, I gave her the red panda skin, but like I sat them the other day just like in front of the fireplace sipping a hot chocolate, and the trash nookie gets one as well. It's so cute. It's my favorite thing. They just like sit by the fireplace and sip a hot chocolate with you. It's so good. Right, let's go and have a little peek at who's online right now. Just having a little peek through my list. Let me do it in a slightly easier view over here, see what's going on. I kind of would like to go to like another co-working thing. I do see Game of Tomes is online right now. Are they just like a generic like writing stream, or are they like a specific streamer? Like, oh god, I hear myself. Be quiet. I'm sorry if you heard that. No one needs me as an echo. It says writing and reading. So is that like just like a generic channel? They rarely talk. They're a group of streamers who write. Ooh. No, I like that. That's cool. Because like when I went to them the other day, like I was gonna lurk them, thinking they were just like, oh, it's just like me now, like what I'm doing today. And I went there and they'd been going for 15.5 hours, and I'm like, Jesus, that's a long ass stream. I've seen who else we've got online right now. Sable sometimes has a full-blown chat about writing, I think on Tuesdays. Ooh. I'm gonna have to pop in there at some point, just on different days, see what's going on. Because I do want to try and do some writing outside of just the Sunday streams. Like if I get time in the week, obviously, like I've got 2 streams a week. I've got to edit 7 shorts, a long form video, that there's a lot of stuff to do, and also then just real life stuff outside of that. So hopefully I'll get some time to do some writing, but if not, like Sundays are dedicated to it for the next month. But it would be nice, like maybe if I try and remember on Tuesday, maybe I'll try and pop in. It's neat because they have houses like Hogwarts and you battle against each other 3 months out of the year. Ooh, that sounds fun. Part of me sort of feels like that's like too much pressure, but it also sounds quite fun at the same time. There is somebody else on doing co-working right now, but they're a slightly bigger streamer, and I'm a little bit scared still going into a big stream. Like I feel like maybe we might have been there once before, but I'm still like nervous about it. Like I think we've been over to Little Leggies once. They're doing co-work and studying, and they are so cute. I always love being over in their streams, just kind of lurking, and I'm like, it's tempting to go over to somebody else that I know is doing co-working. You just got back, you missed the entire stream?
I don't want to go among mad people.
I need to figure out this Twitch thing, by the way. Like, May or live, if I can get you in a chat at some point afterwards. Like, it's doing my alerts and Twitch alerts, and I don't know how to stop it from doubling, but like that's a problem for future me. But thank you for the follow, Leon. How are you? Unfortunately, yeah, we are looking to end up right now just because it's getting super dark and I started almost an hour late. So I was like, I could go a bit later, but it's like 10 to 5, so we need to go and start doing some stuff. If you have Twitch alerts on, you need to disable them on Twitch. I'll have to have a look at how to do that. Like, I didn't know that there was a way to disable it on Twitch. So I'll have to have a look, but we can talk about that later. Yeah, I think today was really good. As I say, like 7.5 pages written down. I'll see if I can get it typed up in the week. And like, if I can like get to the next Sunday stream and have everything typed, then I can kind of have like a running like word count total. And I think that'd be good just to kind of see our progress. But that's only really going to happen if I can get the time to type it up in the week. What are you going to get? A trolley to take all of your pineapples home with. At least now I'll get notifications when you go live next time. Thank you. I do appreciate you dropping a follow. We do try and go live sort of the same time every week, but obviously, I know like today, I say like we got live at the same time and I was an hour late. But Wednesdays and Sundays, about 1 p.m. GMT is when we try and aim for. Next week, I think we're going to go back to Grun. So that's going to be a bit of fun. We need 4 more endings. And we have a whole list of things we need to try and like figure out. So it's like, it's creepy, but it's not really scary. It's like some odd things happening, but I wouldn't call it like a jump scare horror. So if like scary horror is not your thing, don't worry about that. Like it's just a fun time in Grun. So if you want to join us for that, that'll be Wednesday at 1. I think, yeah, we're going to go over to Laggy's. Fuck it. I don't care. Like she's got 62 viewers right now. And that to me is like big scary energy, like so many people, but I think it'll be fun. Like she is doing co-working studying right now and I feel like I'll kind of want to keep the same vibe. Just need to grab my keyboard back. Just realized like you can't see what I'm doing thankfully because I'm like reaching across the camera and everything. I actually don't have a sub-raid command yet. I do need to get one, but like the raid messages, like I don't really know what to do with that. I'm not sure if do we want to do a raid message? Fuck it, we probably should, right? Should we do a special raid message for today? Let me think. What can we do? Ad starts in 5 minutes. Nope, I'm snoozing that one. We're about to leave Twitch. Give me a second. Let me see. I got one. How about this? Just something a little simple. Just co-working train, we bring tea. So we can kind of be like, hey, we know you're working. We don't want to disturb you, but we were working to, like, we came bearing a tea cart, you know. I think that'd be cute. That way we can still post a message, but without it being like a whole stack of like, twinkle, twinkle, little bat. I do want to change that. It's cute and it was fine for a while, but I think I want to look at getting a completely new one done. Just like, you know, just for us. So we'll figure that out afterwards. But for now, let's go and raid over to make sure I spell her name correctly. Little Leggies. As I say, they're doing a co-working studying stream right now. Let me just bring them up in the background just to make sure they're not like closing out or anything, because that would be really awkward. Ooh, what is she doing right now? Okay, no, she's still around. She's drinking tea or something right now. So awesome. She's still going. I think the Pride one should be the free follower emote. So anybody who's following should be able to copy the message with the Pride emote. Let me know if that's not the case, because if I've assigned it to the wrong thing, I will change it, but I should have put that one that way. I think, is there another one? I might have also done the ramen one for general. I don't remember because obviously I've got all of them unlocked, so I don't remember, but that one should be fine. Don't follow emotes, only work on the page itself. I thought they worked elsewhere, but maybe they don't. Interesting. Okay, well, if you want to make sure, like, just copy the one without the emote just to be sure, feel free. Like, I've used my own emotes elsewhere and it's been fine, but obviously they're mine. So if you want to guarantee it's going to work, like, absolutely take the other one. But yes, let's go head over to Leggies. Let's get the raid going. Hopefully I've typed it correctly. I have. So yes, next stream is going to be on Wednesday. I'm hoping to get a specific video out on Thursday. Like, in theory, it's going to be one of the demos we did on a stream. It's going to be a little bit of combing through to get like everything where I need it, and hopefully I'm not going to be too busy this week. If that works, look out for a video on Thursday. I'm going to get the schedule done this week, so see you here live on Wednesday, and we'll be back on Sunday for some more writing. So if this was kind of like your vibe and you've been having fun today, like, meet us back here next Sunday. We're going to do more of this. And if you, like, I'm trying to make it a thing, like, I'm trying to make fetch a thing, you know, like with damnedbookdecember as a hashtag. If you are doing some writing and you want to use it, like, I think it'd be fun just to see if we can get people using it. But if not, and even if it's just me, fuck it, it'll be fun. So thank you for hanging out today. We did some really good work. I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of you guys. And yeah, we'll see you back on Wednesday. For now, though, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And remember, it's always tea time somewhere in the world. Bye-bye.